Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let's go through our cards. All right, ready? Vowels are open and voiced. A syllable is a word or part of a word with one opening of the mouth. A syllable has one vowel sound. Good job. An accent mark is used to show accent. The mouth opens wider, the voice is louder and higher. All one syllable words are accented. A base word is a plain word with nothing added to it. Good. A suffix is a letter or group of letters added to the end of a base word. A suffix is coded with a box. A derivative is a base word plus a suffix. Consonant suffix s, tips, pins, more than one, jumps, runs, third person singular. Vowel suffix ing, singing, happening now. A closed syllable ends in at least one consonant after one vowel. The vowel in a closed syllable is short, coated with a breathe.
E, hello.
Same sound. All right.
I, it. U, umbrella, up. O, octopus, off. A, apple, at.
Good job. Consonant clusters. Two or more adjacent letters that make one sound. Diagraph, ng, king, Okay. Open syllable ends in one vowel. The vowel in an open accented syllable is long, coded with a macron. Long vowels say their name. Okay. All right, get out your whiteboards. Move to our spellings. All right. Okay, I will say the sound, you will echo the sound, then you will say the letter that makes the sound, write that letter. Okay, ready? R.
R, R.
Okay. You can say it to yourself if you need to. Swing up, down, across, down, release. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. B.
B,
B. That one curves way up. Loop it left, down, curve up and put the bridge. Good job. Good. This is one of the ones y'all are having trouble with. Diagraph.
N-G.
Okay, good job. Alright. Ready? Alright. Z.
S.
Good. Alright. That one's curved way up, loops left. Alright. So y'all can put those up. Good job. That's okay. Okay. Now you need your mirrors out. Alright. And you're going to repeat these words. Ready? Snack.
Snack.
Stick.
Stick.
Clock.
Clock.
Wreck.
Wreck.
Rock.
Rock.
Stack.
Stack.
What do you hear in each of those? Okay, you hear k. Where did you hear the k in those
At
words?
the end.
Okay, so you heard it at the end of the word. Very good. Okay, so look at your mouth and say, k. Is that an open or is it a closed?
It's open.
All right, your mouth is open, but it is blocked. What is it blocked by? Your tongue, because you have to use your tongue to say it. So it's partially blocked. It's not completely blocked. Okay, put your finger and let's see if it's voiced or unvoiced. Is it? Which one? Unvoiced. Yes, it is unvoiced. And so is that a clipped sound or one of those continuant sounds?
Clip.
It's clipped. You can't continue that one, so it's clipped. Good job. Okay, so is this going to be more of a vowel sound or a consonant sound?
Consonant.
All right, it's going to be a consonant sound, okay? But it's a little bit different than just our normal consonant sounds. So, watch as I write the words up here on the, write the words up here on the board. So we have S, N, A, C, K, snack. We have S, T, I, C, K, stick, C, L, O, C, K, clock, and then we have W, R, E, C, K, wreck. So what do you see in each of those words? Okay, so you see the CK. So where do you see that CK? At the end of the word. And so when we code a word with a CK, we are going to underline it. Why do we underline it?
Because it sound like the same, because it's
Okay, so remember it's two letters together and they only make one sound. So they're called a diagraph, okay? And so that's why we call it, we underline it to show that we keep them together. Oops, and I did forget. So when you do code it, I did forget about this part. What do we do when we have a double consonant at the end? Like if you have two, yep, you cross out one because you don't hear what? Both of them. So on these you're going to underline and then cross out the K because you don't hear both of those. Okay? Alright, so that's how we will code. Why does this eraser work sometimes and not sometimes? Okay, so let's listen to the riddle. It says, I carry big loads on highways and roads and very seldom get stuck. I can roll with ease on 18 wheels. I'm a great big transport. What? Truck. Okay, good. Let's see if you're right. You are. Okay, oops, I was wrong. You mark out the C instead of the K. Sorry about that. I was wrong on that. Okay, so we're going to say diagraph CK truck. Okay? All right, so that's how we'll say those when we get to that one. And so, where are we going to include this card?
Diagraph.
All right, well,
Clusters.
what?
Diagraph clusters.
Okay, not digraph clusters, but consonant clusters. That's right. It's consonant clusters because it's two consonants together making one sound. So we're going to put that behind the consonant clusters. Let's see if I can find that. So now we will have two behind the consonant clusters. The first one we had was the NG, and now we have the CK. Good job. Okay. All right. So let's look at a couple of words up here. All right, so I'm going to write, let's see, I think I read that one well. We'll write it again. All right. S-N-A-C-K. Okay. What kind of, not consonant, syllable is this? A syllable, is it a open syllable or a closed syllable? It's closed because it has two or more consonants after the vowel. And when it's a closed syllable, what does the vowel say? It says it's short sound. So it's short and we code it with a what? A breathe. So what else should I do to this word?
Put a line on the CK.
Okay, underline the CK.
And cross out the C.
And cross out the C. Okay, so that's the way we do that. So what is this word?
Snack.
Good job, snack, okay? And let's see, it is not nice to, it's supposed to be smack instead of snack. All right, so instead of that, what's a good sentence for snack? Did you bring a snack for recess? Or you ate a snack at recess? Okay, good job. All right, let's look at a different one. I think it's easier just to erase like that. All right, so the next one we have is L-O-C-K. Okay, so what kind of syllable is this one?
Close.
It's a close, and so that means I should do what to the O?
Put a breathe on the.
Put a breathe above it.
And then you cross out the C. You put a
And underline the CK so that you show it's a what? What's it called? A diagraph. A diagraph, okay? And you cross out one of those letters to show that you don't hear both of them. So what is this word?
Lock.
Lock. Good job. The classroom doors should always stay locked. Okay, good job. All right, let's look at another one. All right, S-A-C-K. So, what kind of syllable is this one?
Close.
Okay, another close. So, Marley, how should I code this word?
You need to put a breathe above the A.
Okay, a breathe above the A.
And then you put a line between the CK and then you cross out the C.
Okay, so you put a line under the CK and then cross out the C. Good job. So what is this word?
Sack.
Sack. Good. Okay, I would love a sack of boiled peanuts right now. Yum. You got some? Okay. All right. Okay, and so let's see the next one we have. All right, I have S-T-A-C-K. All right, Kyrie, tell me what to do to this word.
Put a breathe on the A.
Good.
Then put a line under CK
Good.
And then cross out the C.
Let's see. Good job. Okay. So, what is this word?
Stack.
Stack. And what kind of syllable is stack?
A close.
A closed one. Very good. Please stack the magnetic boards up on the desk. Okay. Let's see. Got one more we're gonna do. All right. P-I-C-K. All right. Audrey, tell me what to do on this one. I'll get you
So
next.
you put a breeze above the I.
Okay.
And you put a line up underneath the C.
All right.
And then you cross out the C.
Okay. And what do we call that CK again? What?
Close.
Well, that's a closed syllable. A diagraph. Very good. Yes, exactly right. We call that a diagraph. Okay. You should always, well, did we read the word? What is that word?
Pick.
Pick. Okay. So you should always pick up your toys when you finish playing. Okay. So let's move to our reading practice. And so you have your reading practice 37. So you're going to need your pencil. Okay. So on the first row, I'm going to let you go ahead and code each word because y'all are getting great at this coding. So go ahead and code each one. Good job. Great. Okay, so let's go. Ready? Let's read them.
Rock, sack, kick.
Good job. All right, go to row 2. Code those. Good job. All right, so let's read those. Ready? Read.
Pack, sled, flop.
Good job. Okay. Go ahead and code row 3. Okay. Ready? Read.
Look, stop, nip.
Very good. Okay, so row 4, if you need to code, you can code those words. If you don't have to. All right. Ready? Let's read.
Truck, sled, stick.
Very good. And row 5. Go ahead. If you need to code them, you can. All right, ready? Read.
Stop, peck, snap.
Okay, good job. Okay, let's go back and let's look at row 1. And what word is something that you can do to a football on that row?
Kick.
Kick it. So let's read those words. Ready? Read them.
Rock, sack, kick.
Good. All right, go to row 2. And let's read row 2. Ready? Read.
Pack, sled, flop.
Okay. And so let's take the word slick and let's segment the sounds for the word slick.
It.
Good job.
Slick.
Good job. Okay, great. All right, row 3. Let's read.
Look, stop, nip.
Good job. Okay, so which word there? Name something that you can wear.
Sock.
A sock. Okay, good job. Go to row 4 and let's read.
Truck, sled, stick.
Okay, and what word, well, which 2 words have the same beginning
Truck and
sound
slack.
there? Okay, what was it?
Truck and slack.
Okay, slack and stick. Okay, wait a minute, you said truck,
Truck and slack.
but I said the beginning sound. So which ones have the same beginning sound? No. Alright, so the slack and stick. Y'all trying to confuse me. Alright, row 5, let's read those.
Stop, pay, snip.
Okay, so which word on that row is stock?
The first one.
Well, what is it?
Stop.
Stock. Okay, I was going to say, can you make it into a word? Alright, so now let's go back and let's look at, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to run out of time. So we're going to add some new cards to our stack with the new words. So what's this word?
Block, plug, truck, rock,
Okay, so those are going to be our new ones. What's this one?
pin,
We'll go through a few.
splat,
What?
splat,
Spat. Sounds like somebody saying splat. Spat.
lens,
Okay. Well,
list, spill, slap, plant, lip.
okay. Now look at it one more time. We got just a second, and let's read column 1. All right. So column 1. Let's read. Ready? Read.
Rock, hat, lug, truck, stop.
Okay. Good job. All right. So let's move to our spelling practice. Okay. And so for our spelling practice, you're going to need, well, I don't guess you need your mirror for this one. So, but I'm going to say some words just like I do with the other concept. And I am going to, you're going to repeat these words, okay? So listen carefully. Let's see. I guess I forgot to include the words on here. Where did my book go? Oh, wait, they're in here. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so here are some words. Ready? Scan,
Scan,
cost.
cost,
I'm on the wrong words.
it's okay, I said it's
Okay, let's try that again. Sack,
sack,
speck,
speck,
lick,
lick,
dock,
dock,
tuck.
tuck.
Okay, so now, what sound did you hear in all those? Alright, you heard that again, didn't you? Okay, and so, where did you hear it again?
At the
At the
end.
end of those words. And so, how do you think that you are going to make that sound? What are you going to write to make that sound at the end of the word? Okay, you're going to write the CK. Okay, because it's at the end of a word, and so you have those at the end. Let's see, I'm going to write those up here on the board too, just like the others. Alright, so let's see. We have S-A-C-K. Alright, and so, well, let me go ahead and just write the rest of them. Spec, S-P-E-C-K, spec, L-I-C-K, lick, and then D-O-C-K, dock. Okay, so, what position, well, what do you see that's the same in all
CK.
this? Okay, you see that CK, and where do you see it?
At the end.
Okay, so when the sound is spelled this way, it's going to be when it's in the final position of a word, a one-syllable word with a short vowel sound. So if you have a one-syllable word with a short vowel sound that says k at the end, you are going to use CK, okay? All right, so let's look at, you do need your binders. Pull those out. And go to the purple section. no, the green section, I'm sorry. Page 23. Sorry. Oop, I forgot. All right, page 23. And you're gonna need your highlighter. 23 in the green section. No, we haven't done that one. Well, we did the C on there. This time, we're doing the CK. Okay, so right here. All right, so get your highlighter and you're going to highlight the first set of instructions at the top as I read them. So ready? The sound in final position in a one-syllable base word after a short vowel equals CK as in truck. Okay, so when it has the short vowel, one-syllable base word. All right, so put the lid back on those and put those up, and we're going to write some words. All right, so we're going to use our SOS procedure where you look and listen. You echo the word back to me. Then we repeat and segment those sounds. Then what do? Name those letters, and then you write it. That's right. So you wait till we do all of those before you start to write. Okay, so the first word is, all right, I guess I need to erase up here, don't I? So y'all can't cheat. Okay, so the first word is sack. All right, CK. Write those. And remember, say the letters as you write it. Just write it the best you can. What'd you leave off the front of it? Ack. You just gonna write ack? Okay. What's our new rule about a short vowel word with k at the end? What do you need for that sound?
How you write
Just write it the best you can. What do you need at the end of that word to say? Oh, you do have it. I'm sorry, I didn't see it connected there. Sorry, you didn't leave any space between those. Okay, let's check that one. That's okay. Just do the best you can. Okay, so we said S A C K. All right. Does your word look like this? But you messed up on the CK? Okay, we'll just correct it. It's okay. Y'all getting better at them every day. All right, let's try another. It's okay. All right, lick. Write that and say the letters as you write it. That's it. That's okay. Now come on into the K. So you go up, loop curve up, loop left, down, back up, around right here, and release. There you go. Good job. That does look good. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's look up here. Okay. Tell me what letters to write for
L-I-C-K.
All right. So does yours look pretty close to mine?
Yes.
Okay. Good. All right.
Close.
Close. That's okay. All right. Let's try another. Dock.
Dock. D-I-C-K. Dock.
The D is just like the A.
That's right. It is, except you have the stick. Not stick, but it goes way up. So remember, you go under, over, stop, back around, up, and down. Good job, Kyrie. Very good. Remember that O has that little loop, so you go under, over, stop, back around, keep going, then you make that little loop. There's a little loop right there, just a loop in, and then over and go into your C. So under, over, stop, back around, and then it goes straight into your what? K. There you go. Loop left, back up. See there, you got it. Good job. Okay. So, Anaya, tell me the letters to write this one. Let's check it before we go on.
D-O-C-K.
Good. All right. So that's what yours should look similar to. Okay. All right. So now, let's see. We are going to move on to our word. Well, wait a minute. Before we do go on, we do need to talk about our card, because this now, when we start saying the sound and you're practicing writing, you're going to say C, comma, K, comma, diagraph, C-K. Well, excuse me, final diagraph, because it's at the end. So when I say K, we'll say C and write it, comma, K and write it, comma. No, you don't have to right now. I'm just saying from now on when we practice them. And then final diagraph, C-K.
So we write all of that?
Yep, you'll write all of that when we say the K sound. Okay, so now you can put those up. And we're going to do our extended reading and our writing. Okay, and today you're going to see a new word that we haven't been talking about much. Do you know what this is? Where. Okay, and so this word is going to be in our story this time. All right, and so we have the word where. Let's go over a couple of these before we get started. What's this one?
Of, to, from, does, are, you.
Okay, good job. We'll stop on that. All right. So, what do you know about the word curious? What does the word curious mean?
Like something
Something
you
is
really
curious.
wanna know it. You
Well, wait a
really
minute.
wanna know it.
What?
You really wanna know
You really want to know it. What did you say?
it. Something is
Something this what?
curious.
This curious, but what does it mean? What does that mean?
Something that you want.
Something you want? What?
Something that you think you're going to use.
Okay,
Something that you need.
okay, something you need.
Such.
Okay, yeah, some of those are kind of close. Okay, so the word curious is just a word that means you really are you pay close attention to new things, and if you see something new, you've really got to check it out. You just can't stand to just see it and then go on. So you've got to check it out. And so, can you think of an animal that you know that is curious?
A giraffe.
A giraffe? Sharks? This, I think of one that's a pet that you can keep.
A dog.
Dog.
A cat. How many of you have a cat? Okay, you do have a cat. You have a cat? Okay.
Or a horse.
A what?
Horse.
A horse? I don't know about a horse. Sometimes they are. But cats are very curious animals. If they see something new, they've got to check it out. Even an empty box. If they see an empty box,
They're running.
they're going to check it out. They're going to look at it. They're going to smell of it. They may get up inside of it. You see here, he's curious about the little lizard. Here, he's peeking out at something. This one's curious about the flowers. Okay? And so, do what? I don't know. Okay. All right. So, let's look at this picture. What happened to this cat?
He got shot.
Okay, he was curious and it backfired, didn't it? All right, have you ever heard of the saying, curiosity killed the cat?
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's talking about. In other words, if you're too curious about something, it could get you in trouble. All right, what do you know about a windowsill? What is a windowsill? Anybody? What?
Like it's glass.
Like it's glass? Well, the window is usually glass, but the seal is a different part of the window.
Are you talking about that like little metal thing?
Well, it's not necessarily metal, but it's what's in, like in my window over there, you see I have a shelf that's in that window seal. So it's the little flat part down at the bottom of a window. And so that's what a seal is. And so this story, we're going to talk about some window seals. And so we're going to read a story, and we're going to find out what problems curiosity causes in this story. All right, so let's look at it. And what is the title of this story?
Pat on the sill.
Whew, that was not good. Let's do it again where we can hear each other. Say it again.
Pat and the hot on the sill.
Okay, that was a little better. Okay, so remember, I'm going to read the part at the top, and then you're going to read along together each part of the story. So try to stay together. All right, ready? It says, Pat is a let me read the top part. Pat is a curious cat. He lives with Sal and Hal.
Pat is a
Wait a minute. Where are y'all?
I know.
Thank you. No, I said I read the top, remember? This is the part you read. That's because you've been absent so much. You haven't done this with us, girl. All right, let's start again. Pat is, no, hold on. Pat is a curious cat. He lives with Sal and Hal.
Sal says Pat. Hal says Pat, come here. Sal says, where is Pat? Hal says, where is Pat?
Okay, Hal said.
Hal.
All right, turn on to page 2. Of course, Pat is getting into trouble. He is walking on the windowsill. The windowsill is full of pots with plants.
Pat is there. Pat is on the sill. Isn't Pat still? Pat is not still.
Be careful, Pat. Watch out for the pots.
A pot slips. A pot slips off the sill. The plant in the pot slips off the sill. It spills.
Okay, last page. Sal and Hal run to see what has happened. What a mess. Dirt is everywhere. Sal and Hal clean up the mess.
Sal has a mop. Hal has a rag. Where is Pat? Pat sits on the sill. Pat sits still.
Okay, so let's talk about just a minute. So, who were the main people in this story?
Pat and Hal.
Pat and Hal, and then who? Well, let's see.
The cat.
Pat was the what? Cat. So it wasn't Pat and Sal, it was Sal and who? Hal. And Pat was the cat. Okay, good. And so, was Pat curious?
Yes.
You don't think he was curious? What did he do?
He
was
did that pot and it slipped and the water had came down.
Okay, so he got up in the windowsill that was full of pots and plants, and he ended up doing what?
Made the pot slip over.
Okay, knocking them over, and so he made a mess. And who ended up cleaning up that mess?
Hal.
Yeah, Sal and Hal. Where was Pat?
Sitting on the windowsill.
He was probably sitting over there going,
Lazy.
Look at Theo. Because he didn't have to
Lazy
clean.
boy.
Lazy. He was being lazy. Probably so. Okay, good deal. All right, so now we talked about punctuation. And what did we say punctuation is? Remember what punctuation? It comes at the end of a sentence.
It's a little punctuation.
Okay.
You can use at the end when you finish doing the sentence.
Okay, so it can be at the end. There are some that can come in the middle of the sentence, but the main ones we talk about are the ones at the end. And what do we call them?
Comma.
Well, that's not at the end. What do we call the three at the end? A period, a question mark, and exclamation mark. Good. Okay. And so a period just tells us what?
Like, tell us when to stop.
Okay, just tells us when to stop, and it's usually just a statement, somebody just telling you something. All right, but a question mark is usually following a what?
A
A question, something that they're asking. And then an exclamation mark does what?
Something that's exciting.
It does something you say.
You have
What does it do though? Look at it, it says, Sal says, Pat.
you have to raise your voice.
Raise your voice. You put some emotion or feeling behind it. Sometimes it's excitement to show that something is happening, okay? And so remember when we use punctuation, that tells us what to do with our voice as we read something, okay? So if we have an exclamation mark, we're going to raise our voice a little bit. If we have a period, we're just going to kind of keep our voice the same. But then if we have a question, then we're probably going to,
Be confused.
it's going to change your voice a little bit. Okay, for instance, let's look at the first page. And the first part up there says, Sal says, there's the comma y'all were talking about. And then it has the word Pat in these exclamation marks. What did those tell us? Do y'all remember?
That's a question.
It's a list.
What?
We're talking.
Okay, it tells us what the person is saying. So Sal says, and then what does Sal say? Pat.
Pat.
So the exclamation marks show us what the person is actually saying. All right, so this time let's go back and we're going to read, and let's pay attention to the punctuation as we read. So, excuse me, let's read the first sentence on the first page. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Read.
Sal says Pat.
Okay, good job. All right, let's go to the next one. Try it.
Sal says Pat, come here.
Okay, so you didn't really have to raise your voice on that one. Pat, come here. All right, keep going.
Sal says, where's Pat?
Very good. I like the way you changed your voice on that. Sounded like a question. Keep going. The last one, what does it say?
Sal says, where is Pat?
Very good. I love the way y'all changed it. All right, let's do this. Instead, let's take your pencil and just put an exclamation mark out at the end of those last two sentences. So those last two. All right, wait a minute. You're on the wrong page. Go back to it. All right. So those last two, we're gonna change them to an exclamation and we're gonna try it and see what it sounds like there. Yes, ready? All right, let's read both of them. Read.
Sal says, where is Pat?
Very good. Okay, do the next one.
Hal says, where is Pat?
Very good. Good job. All right, let's go to the next page. Okay, these have periods and one has a question mark and one has an exclamation. So let's read this page and use the punctuation to help you with your voice on this page. Ready? Read.
Pat is here.
Keep going.
Pat is on the sill. Is Pat still? Pat is not still.
Okay, all right. Got loud there, didn't we? Okay, so let's do this. Let's change on that first sentence. We're going to put an exclamation mark at the end of it. And and on that second sentence, we're going to put a question mark. All right, so let's try reading that again with those punctuation marks. Ready? Read.
Pat is here.
Okay, keep going.
Pat is on the sill. Is Pat still? Pat is not still.
Okay. All right, and then go to the next page. Let's read it with the punctuation it has. Ready? Read.
Bang! A pot slips. A pot slips off the sill. The plant is the pot slips off the sill. It spills.
Okay. All right, so let's change up a little bit and let's see. On the sentence where it says a pot slips off the seal, put an exclamation point at the end of it. So that's the third sentence. And then the last one, let's change it to a question mark. The last one. Yeah, that was it. Okay. Okay, that's okay. All right, so let's read it again. Ready? Read.
A pot
Wait a minute, start at the top.
Bang! A pot slips. A pot slips off the sill. The plant is the pot slips off the sill. It spills.
Well, now wait a minute, that was a question mark. So would you say it spills or would you say it spills?
It spills?
Yeah, kind of like you're asking somebody that, okay? All right, let's see. Let's go ahead, we have enough time, so let's go to the last page. And let's change, well, I tell you what, we don't have a whole lot, so let's go back and this time let's just read it exactly like it's marked, not with our punctuation that we changed. So read it like you're talking to a friend as you read. All right, I'm going to read the box at the top and then you'll read. Ready? Pat is a curious cat. He lives with Sal and Hal.
Sal says Pat. Hal says Pat. Come over here. Come
Keep
over
going.
here.
Sal says,
where is Pat? Hal says, where is Pat?
of course, Pat is getting into trouble. He is walking on the windowsill. The windowsill is full of pots with plants.
Pat is here. Pat is on the sill. Is Pat still? Pat is not still.
All right. Be careful, Pat. Watch out for the pots.
Bang! A pot slips. A pot slips off the sill. The plant in the pot slips off the sill. It spills.
All right, Sal and Hal run to see what has happened. What a mess. Dirt is everywhere. Sal and Hal clean up the mess.
Sal has a mop. Hal has a rag. Where is Pat? Pat sits on the sill. Pat is still.
Okay, don't have to holler. Okay, so let's go back. We were going to retell it, but let's just kind of go through it right quick. So, what exactly happened in this story? Where did this story take place?
Where the cat spilled her food.
So, do you think it took place outside?
No, inside.
Okay, inside someone's home. Okay, and we talked about a while ago who the main characters of the story were. And so, what did you learn from this story?
That the cat
The
was
cat has
And
made the thing.
so what did curiosity do? It got him in what?
Trouble.
Trouble. It got him in
Troublemaker.
trouble. It sure did. Okay. Alright, so let's move on. Alright, so I tell you what, y'all can put all of that stuff in the desk. You're not gonna need it anymore. And so we're gonna go through and look at our oral language. Nope, you don't need anything. Alright, so what I want us to do is, let's name some games.
Oh.
Minecraft.
Minecraft,
Tracking
Fortnite.
Fortnite. What? I've never heard of that one. Okay.
Basketball.
What kind? What?
Goat Simulator 3.
Okay.
Basketball.
Basketball. Okay, so he
GTA.
finally came up with one that's not a video game. All right.
25.
Okay. What? Huh?
Roblox.
Okay. So all of those are what kind of games? They're like
Video
video
games.
games. Yeah, they
And
are
Madden
video
26.
games. Okay, so now let's try to name some games that we can only play outside. You
Basketball.
said basketball,
Baseball.
baseball. What?
You can play cards and chalk.
You can play cards and talk. Okay.
Football.
Football. Yes, definitely. Okay. Forgot to turn it on.
Tackle football.
Tackle football. Okay.
Volleyball.
All right. Good. Okay. So, what are some games where you need a board to play?
Checkers.
Checkers. Y'all probably don't know a lot of these. Y'all probably don't play a lot of these.
Card.
What?
It's the.
Cars. Okay. Well, I put
It's
some
one
up
of the
here so you can kind of get an idea.
Oh.
What are some that you
Monopoly.
know? Monopoly.
Twister.
Twister. Be careful, y'all not.
That
I played that one.
All right.
That
Trouble.
This one, Shoots and Ladders. Probably something that you've played before.
The trouble game
Guess
I got
who?
for
Sorry.
Christmas.
Okay.
The trouble game I got for Christmas.
Okay, you did? Cool. That's fun to play. I like
Guess
playing
who?
that.
That on the
Okay, now let's see if we can name. Well, we've already talked about some that where you need a ball, like football, basketball, baseball. Okay, can we name some games that you don't need anything to play? Can you think of something?
College football.
You gotta have a football to play that,
Tag.
or you gotta have a video. What?
Tag.
Tag. Very good. You don't have to have anything, just yourself. What else?
Reset.
Freeze tag.
Regular tag.
All right. So what else besides tag though?
Force lava.
What?
Force lava.
What is that?
If you don't get to touch the lava.
Okay. Never heard of that one.
Uno.
Huh?
Uno.
You gotta have cards to play that. So you gotta have something. All right. Chase, I guess would be one. Hopscotch, because you don't actually have to have the thing. You could hop and do it without having the thing on the floor, the sidewalk.
Run. Obstacles.
Well, you gotta have obstacles to be able to do that, though, don't you? Huh?
Run.
What?
Run.
Run. Okay, there you go. I
Chase.
can't think of a lot that you
Spin.
don't need anything for.
You can spin.
You can spin around, okay? But those are not necessarily games, are they? Okay? All right, so now let's name some card games.
Uno.
All right, we said Uno.
I don't know.
You don't know one? Nobody?
I got one game, but I can only think of one card. It's
I
called
can
cards.
think of several, and y'all probably may not even heard of these because
Guess
y'all are
Guess
too
who?
young.
Guess who? We got
Well, that's not really a card game. Have you ever heard of Old Maid?
No.
Look at it. Y'all have no clue. Well, that used to be a card game a long time ago. What about Go Fish?
Yes.
Okay, y'all heard of that one. So Go Fish. And I know that you can play war. Have you ever played war with cards for math? Like you add and subtract and different things. You can, yeah, you can do that. Okay.
Not remember.
All right. So now I want you to look at what I have here.
It's the Queen of Hearts.
We should do cards.
All right. So what do I have? What do we call this? A what?
Card game.
A deck of cards. Okay. So we have a deck of cards. And do you know how many cards are in a deck of cards? Have you ever heard somebody say you want to play 52 card pickup?
Yes.
That means somebody takes a deck of 52 cards and throws them up in the air, and then you have to pick them up. 52 card
We
pickup.
should have did cards.
Okay. I don't like playing that one. All right. So let's describe what I have. What can you tell me about this deck of cards?
The cards are red.
The cards are red.
They got shapes on there.
They have shapes on them.
They got numbers on there.
Numbers.
3.
The clover. Okay, they have the clover shape.
They have different.
Different what? Well, those two are the same. Look at there.
Pictures.
They have different shapes. They also have different colors and different, look at the two things up in the corner. Different what?
Numbers.
Different numbers.
They
Okay.
got people on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about some categories that we could put this deck of cards into. Remember we talked about categories.
In rows.
Well, that's
Arrange
more or less
them.
taking the cards and putting it. What kind of category could we put the cards in? Like, what can you do with these cards?
Arrange them.
You could arrange them, okay, yeah, so it could be in a category of something you could arrange. Something you can what? Shuffle, okay, yeah. And something you can play a game with. Okay. We're gonna stop there. We've run out of time on that. So, all right. So let's look. The last thing we have here is we're gonna read a book, a story, and first let's talk about a couple of words that we're gonna see or hear in this story that you may not be familiar with. The first one is bulbs. What are bulbs?
Like
Light bulbs.
All right, like a light bulb, but this is not going to be talking
It's
about a light
food.
bulb, huh?
It's food.
It's
an
food. What?
Like an onion.
Like an onion.
An
Okay.
apple.
An apple.
Orange.
Okay. So it says it's the rounded underground parts of some plants, and food for the plant is stored in that bulb. All right. So that's one. Crops. Do you know what crops are?
Food.
Yeah.
So like you grow food.
You grow them. Yes.
Like they're like little like
What?
seeds.
Seeds and plants and what?
You like they're little like crops that has like different shapes and you put them in the ground.
Okay. Well, somewhat. Okay, so most of the time crops are just a big area of plants of a specific kind. So like a crop of corn. You might see a big cornfield. Or you might see a cotton
Corn
field.
maze.
Okay, a corn maze, yeah, but that wouldn't necessarily be the crop part. Okay, then the frost is a word that we're going to hear. What is the word frost?
It's too cold and still be on.
It's
Okay, so it's a word that means something's kind of
Frozen.
frozen, yeah. And then harvest. What does harvest
You
mean?
cutting the grass.
Okay,
Like
somewhat.
Like you take something out the ground.
Okay, so harvest means going out and picking those crops and gathering them in to use. Okay, and then insects. I think we know what insects and seeds are. Okay, so let's see. We'll have to go back through. Okay, so before we start the story though, question. How do you know that it is fall outside?
Because the trees are turning red.
Okay,
And
the
leaves
trees.
falling off. They're orange.
Okay.
And yellow.
All right,
But the
so
leaves are falling.
what have you noticed that's different in the mornings now
it's
Then
getting cold.
Okay, you usually have to wear a long sleeve in the morning, and then it gets what in the day?
Hot.
It gets kind of hotter in the day. Okay, so what do we call fall, summer, winter? What are those things called? What's that word? You said it. Seasons. Yeah, the seasons. Sit down before you knock that over. Okay, so the seasons. And so, how do we know that it is changing seasons? So we're going to read this story to find out some of the ways that we can know when the seasons change and when fall is here. All right, it's fall. Every year has 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. As summer comes to an end, fall begins. For many farmers, fall is harvest time. They gather crops that they've grown, such as apples and pumpkins. When you spot fat orange pumpkins for sale, it's a sign that fall is here. And it says in fall, corn, wheat, and other crops are ready to be eaten. Farmers gather the crops that they grow in fields so that people can buy them. All right? Shorter days. In summer, each day has more hours of sunlight than darkness. By the time fall arrives, night and day are about the same length. Then, all through fall, daytime becomes shorter than nighttime. So, what have you noticed about when you get out of school and get home? Does it seem like you have a whole lot of time to stay outside? It starts getting what early?
Cold.
Well, not just cold, dark. Yeah, it starts getting dark. Last night I wanted to go to bed and it was just 7:30. I was like, it seems like it's late. So that kind of messes us up. All right? So each year, fall starts on either September 22nd or September 23rd. The first day of fall is marked on calendars. It says for you to do something that's, this is kind of just something that you could do at home for fun. It says to keep a diary that shows how daytime gets shorter in fall. Each week in fall, pick a day and draw a clock that shows what time it got dark outside. And so what are they doing?
Plant.
Playing in the what?
Leaves.
Leaves, because what happens in the fall?
It gets like
All the leaves. What happens to the leaves on
They
the tree?
fall off the tree.
They do. They fall off the trees, and they're fun to jump in if you have a big pile of them. Okay. All right.